Welcome everyone to today's readings. Welcome back if you are already a Moon Magic Super Soul. Welcome if you are returning. Welcome if you're new. In today's readings, we are asking your future self for a message about something that is on your mind. Something that you are either concerned about, or you may not be concerned, you may just be preoccupied, but something that is on your mind at this moment. And we're going to be asking for as much information as we can get to find out what your future self is advising you to do, really to get some guidance around this, maybe even some insight. We will see where we go with this. I have to say, I'm beaming from ear to ear. You can't see it, but I am. As I was just preparing for today's readings and smudging my beautiful space and getting ready and choosing the cards, that I just felt the presence of so many of your future selves arriving. It was like my little space where I record just became very crowded, but in a really, really good way. I feel like there is an abundance of support coming through for you, whatever situation is currently on your mind, whatever circumstances you are preoccupied with. And so let me show you in more detail. Let me hold you up. Hopefully you can see them really clearly anyway, but let me show you in more detail the cards and the tokens that we're using, that I've drawn today to help to guide you in a moment. I'll put it in a different timestamp along with the timestamps for the readings. I will also ask the universe which pile or piles are recommended. I would also suggest, as you are sitting with your intuition, that whatever is weighing on your mind or is sitting on your mind, preoccupying you, taking up your headspace, that you keep that situation, that circumstance, that person, whatever it is, keep it in mind as you are looking at the cards and the charms, because this will help to guide you to the right message and the right pile or piles. And if you have more than one thing that you really, really would like some advice on, then try to focus on one of those areas first and see where you're guided, and then come back and check in with the readings again and focus on the second or the third or whatever that is. So let me show you these first. So for pile one, you have the card of Cobra, and this is sitting with the little, this is like a little Cupid, firing Cupid's arrow, a little cherub. So that's pile one. For pile two, you have the hummingbird, and pile two's token is these beautiful stars. I notice they are 5-pointed stars, Venus stars. And then for pile three, you have the dragon. This is what your card looks like, close up. And you have a beautiful leaf. It looks like a maple leaf. So that is the energy to help to guide you in for pile three. Okay. Super excited to be doing these readings. Now I'm going to leave the video running in just for a few moments longer to give you a little bit more time. You can always press the pause button if you need even longer, and then I'll see you in the readings. But I will of course next move to the Ask the Universe part of the video as well, for those of you that would like that little bit of extra help. Beautiful souls, I will see you in a moment. Welcome everyone to the part of the video where we ask the universe to reveal a pile for you. Let's find out what the universe is recommending. Wow, piles 1, 2 and 3, all three of them are recommended today. Wow, wow, and more wow. This does not happen very often. Beautiful souls, you can always come to my homepage and check this out. If you ever need to ask for some support in finding a pile, whether it's one of my readings or somebody else's readings on YouTube, if you're ever uncertain, come and use this facility. You can also find a reading if you wish to. Beautiful souls, loads and loads of love. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have the energy of Cobra, and you have this little cherub firing Cupid's arrow. Now, the energy, let me just talk about your card, your first significator card, because this is very much about the energy of a protector, of a teacher, of something new coming into your life. And like of learning something, or someone coming in to show you the way. We have this Cupid's arrow. Now, this may be, for some of you, connected to finding love, but I'm not going to narrow that down, particularly at this stage. But it could be, for some of you, about learning almost how to maybe to manifest love in your life, or certainly something that you love, but somebody arriving to help to guide you in this, to show you, literally to show you the way. Also, Cobras, there's an energy of timing that seems to be coming through with this as well. I'm going to draw more cards, see what else we have, and then we will see what else we are shown. So you have Eggshell. I embrace change and reflect inner beauty. Okay. You also have Smoke and Mirrors and Let It Go. And look at the hummingbirds. I'm very struck in the heart, very struck that pile 2, I mean, if you are following the universe, like this is quite unusual, but the universe, when we asked the universe which piles, it was all 3 of them. So if you are following the universe and watching all 3, then I'm guessing pile 2 will have relevance to you with these hummingbirds coming through. I feel like something is unraveling. And it's interesting with Smoke and Mirrors. In this, do you know, look as well, just look at the numbers here. This is like really, really sacred numbers coming through. 2442. So how interesting. 2442. It's like they're mirroring each other. Divine timing in some way. What is the Smoke and Mirrors? You see, I feel like the Smoke and Mirrors is more to do with you seeing through some illusion about maybe not being able to achieve something, not being able to manifest something. I'm going to put these dinky little tarot cards to one side for one moment and draw from the Akashic Tarot first. You've got in Crescent Moon. Now it kind of came out in reverse. See, this is about building something, about creating something, about manifesting something, something very, very, very beautiful. It did come out in reverse. You've then got on track, the Ace of Scrolls. On track. Let's just take off the top here. You've got Uriel and the Sphinx. You've got the Paths Unknown and Commitment. Let me move these. No, we'll leave them as they are. I think we can get a little row of our little ones in here as well. Okay. I feel as though this is to do with seeing through the illusion that you can't achieve something, that you can't manifest something. Now, pile 1. So much of your reading is about inner. I do think the smoke, this is a confirmation that the Smoke and Mirrors is some sort of, like, I could say an illusion or a perspective, but I feel it's a perspective you hold about yourself. It could be a lens that you look at others through as well, but I do feel it's about yourself. And we've got Uriel and the Sphinx bang in the middle, which is very much about unearthing deep things that are deep within us. Because this card is in reverse, it suggests it's a time to slow down rather than push forwards. Even Ishel is about journeying inwards, understanding yourself from the inside out. I feel it's time for you to end some sort of contract, okay? And the contract largely is to do with a contract that you made largely with yourself, I think. Okay, now this could also feel like a karmic contract. I feel like your future self is saying to you that actually now I feel like now is the time to, I want to say, is set forth on a new journey, looking at life through a different lens. Because it's like there's a train here waiting in the station, and it's a train that is going to take you in the direction you're meant to go. But I also do think this is unknown territory. The paths unknown is really about stepping outside of your safe zone. So, my beautiful pile ones, I'm curious as to what this teacher, are you going to become your own inner guide? Is something within you being awakened? Or is someone coming in to assist you, to be your guide in this moment, to help you to journey inwards and to unravel some sort of perspective that you have within you that holds you back, or that literally, I think for some of you, has literally blocked you from being able to manifest something or live fully or have a real true belief in yourself. I don't know the exact circumstances as to how this will apply to your unique individual worlds, but this commitment is interesting because here it is in reverse. It's like there's a contract. I think it can be illuminated, and I think it's a contract that's in your unconscious. I don't think this is something that you have been fully aware of, actually. It could even go back to a past life, an agreement that you made before you came here, and it's basically been getting in the way of your own fruitfulness. I mean, some of you could literally be, and your future self is letting you know, that a commitment that you made is genuinely coming to an end. So if you've been stuck in some kind of a connection or a commitment that hasn't been working for you, then you're no longer, it's going to be completed in quite practical, pragmatic terms. But I do feel the reading is much more about an inner, unconscious arrangement or contract that you have been operating within, and it's now time for you to release it, basically, to let it go. I think it's stopped you from connecting with something or having something that you have really desired, including just your own self-love. This is very, very deep. This is very, very deep inside. That's what I feel. So let's ask your future self for a bit more information. Can we ask about, let me think, to ask in a really clear way. It's definitely connected to joy, like being able to really embrace joy. Do you know what I've just noticed as well? I have to just voice this. For those of you that are following through with the universe's recommendation, do you know, not only do we have the hummingbirds here, but we've got stars. And that's what's in pile 2. We've got a hummingbird and a token with stars on it. I do highly recommend that you follow through and check out pile 2, even if you were only drawn to pile 1. I haven't done it yet, but I suspect there will be a message that somehow follows on from here. This is like firing an arrow. Where's the arrow going to land? Will it land on fertile ground? Smoke. See, something even here is being unravelled. Something is being unravelled. A pathway is being lit for you. Something that's in your unconscious as well for some of you is being lit up. This is like an agreement. I wonder if you do have to, this is definitely, I think your future self is also saying to you, just slow down for a moment. This isn't a time to push forwards. If any of you have an opportunity to go on a journey, or to go down the road of trying something brand new that you've never tried before, I think your future self would be advising you to do it and not to be fearful. Again, not to look through the lens, the smoke and the mirrors of something that says you can't do it or you won't enjoy it. I think this is very much an invitation to step out of your comfort zone. Okay, I'm going to ask about the contract first, and then I'd like to know, what is the Cobra energy about? Is this someone coming in to guide you? Maybe kindly ask about the commitment card first. Okay, so you have the 5. This is really interesting. So you have the 5 of Wands. I think this connects to handling competition and jealousy and feeling like, I suspect you're probably somebody who, for you, I wonder almost as if you haven't been able to own your own ambitions. Right, and this needs to change. Look at this. You have the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah, this absolutely needs to change. I think there's something about owning your own ambitions. Maybe you grew up in a competitive world, or in a past life you were in a competitive situation where you couldn't win or you didn't win, and it's almost as though there's this sort of belief that you can't win at something, you can't achieve at something. I think this is a real invitation. Do you know, I just yawned. Isn't that interesting? Whenever that happens in a reading, I feel like I'm releasing something. This used to happen in my counselling sessions, because I can assure you I'm not tired. I'm having one of those days when I have woken up and my energy levels are just buzzing. I don't know what's going on in the universe, but my energy levels are absolutely buzzing. And yet right here and right now, I feel like that there is a releasing, a letting go of something that has crossed you or stopped you from, for some of you, it's literally from loving yourself, but there's this fundamental belief. This is digging really deep and understanding that it's time to let go of something that says, almost like if there's a belief in you that says everybody else gets what they want, but you don't. Wherever that comes from, it's time to release this. The Knight of Wands could be indicating someone coming in who is going to help to change that pattern, because this is a fiery, fast energy. May we ask about the Cobra? Is this someone coming in to assist pile 1 in moving away from, wow, now this is, I think, too many cards coming out in one go, but the one that did come out is the Queen of Wands that we could see right at the top of that big pile. Have these two. My goodness me, Queen and King of Wands, can you believe this? And you have the Knight of Wands, and then the King and the Queen. Now this, I always feel like their energies together, this is a power couple. And the Two of Wands is a card where we, in some packs, in some decks, it shows Chiron coming out of a cave. And in this deck, you can see somebody holding the world in their hands. I think your future self is speaking to you about your ability to literally kind of like own your ambitions. It's like, this is like saying, be ambitious. This is really saying, and anything, I think, at the moment there is something within you that you can release, you can let go of, that has caused some sort of an illusion. I think maybe you acquiesce, I think is the right word, where you give away your power to others. And that is a contract that needs to end. But I do think somebody may be coming in. Interestingly enough, I feel as though you will help each other. This is a balanced relationship, actually, hence the two hummingbirds. I think this is a balanced connection where you will help one another equally. Now, you could meet this person if you are traveling. If you're about to go on holiday, it's certainly holiday season here in the UK where I live. You could be meeting them on holiday. You could find that you meet them doing something that is new to you on a pathway that is unexpected. Can you see that she has the scrolls here? And there's a little fox. I don't know if you can see this in this card. But down here there is, let me show this to you. Up here you can see she's got a basket of scrolls. And then there's a little tiny, I think it's a little fox. Is it a fox or is it a deer? No, it is definitely a fox. I thought it was. It's so faint. But foxes are adaptable. They're resilient. They can change. Your future self is saying that your direction in life, this is literally your future self is talking about your future here and saying you really can manifest your ambitions. You really can own your power. You really can step up, and instead of stepping down in the face of competition, you can step up in the face of competition. It doesn't have to be competitive. It could even be collaborative. But this is about you relinquishing and releasing some form of contract that connects to you always acquiescing or giving your power to another person. And I do believe your future self is indicating here that someone is arriving to help you with this. What is interesting is that you will equally help them. This is a really strong two-way connection, whether it is a friendship, whether it's a more intimate connection, whether it's a work colleague or whatever. Whatever area of your world this person arrives in. But I think this is a divine connection, which is why we have Cupid's arrow here. This is a divine connection, and I think there's divine timing involved. This is a really, really remarkable opportunity where you are going to help each other. It's like your signpost for one another. Both of you, I think, will be able to support each other in overcoming your own personal limitations. And indeed, it may be that both of you have kind of held or lived through certain contracts that you made with yourselves. And I think both of you on some level have at some point held yourselves back, and that goes back to either conditioning or even a past life, or just, those messages you've embodied, the contract through which we live. But I think you will help each other to come through this and overcome some form of limitation. And I do think someone is coming to assist you in terms of a real other human being, non-gender specific, but my goodness me, you are singing on the same page in terms of needing mutual support to be able to really step up and own your dreams, your ambitions, and this is what your future self is speaking about. I think this is the right time for you to unearth this sort of deep-seated disbelief, almost lack of belief in something, but to let go of a very firm pattern, or, as I said, like a contract where you always give in to the other person, let the other person take a precedence. because it's been holding you back. It may even be that when you're faced with a competitive world, you just step down rather than up, and this is about stepping up. Wow, this is amazing. Gosh, your future self is really absolutely honouring. You know, you really can have the world in your hands. I think it's going to come through this connection here. I mean, I guess for some of you, if you've been looking for equal partnership in love, it could be exactly that's coming. But I can't really say exactly. This isn't suggesting necessarily a love connection beyond the Cupid's arrow. More the dynamic of a power couple that literally, it's so transformational and it's so equal, because I think you do support one another in bringing about the changes with confidence, and literally in unearthing those deep-rooted beliefs that hold you back. It may even be that you have a really similar set of inner beliefs. You know, they'll be unique to you each, but nevertheless similar. And because there's a similarity, you help each other to identify it and really move beyond it. I mean, sometimes we can really easily support someone else, you know, when you kind of think, well, oh, why are you doing that? And then they, you know, that's like a mirror to you. It's like, oh, I'm doing the same. So this is super, super amazing. I'm wondering about the timing. I mean, it's present now. This is the reading that you've come to it now. Let's just check in. Is there anything about timing? You've got the 10 of Cups. I feel the timing is right now. It may be that you meet this person through a family connection, through a group of friends, through your community, with the 10 of Cups. For some of you, but the energy is around you. So I feel this is very much a here and now connection. If you haven't yet met this person, I think they will be arriving absolutely imminently, with speed, actually. Arriving with speed. Wow. Pile 1, I am loving your energy and I am loving your reading. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for everything that you do that supports the channel, for liking, sharing, subscribing. And if you want to make sure you never ever miss a reading as soon as I upload it, don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon. Loads and loads of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have the joyous energy of Hummingbird and the stars. Wow, this is a beautiful energy. Hummingbirds are about joy. And I wonder if you're really going to sparkle. You're really going to shine. Is this the message from your future self? Let's draw more cards and find out. What is it that's on your mind that your future self wants to speak to you about? That's a lot of cards. Let's see what else we are being shown. I'm going to take both of these, actually. You have Persephone. In every cycle of life, I find renewal and balance. And then Artemis, freedom is my choice, my right, and my power. Now, beautiful souls, I have to make a connection with pile 1. If you're watching all 3, because that's what the universe spoke about, I don't generally do this in a reading, but there was such a potentially strong connection in pile 1 about pile 2, even though I hadn't yet even done that reading. So I am just going to mention it in case any of you were drawn to pile 1. Freedom is my choice, my right, and my power. Persephone is about renewal. You also have the land between. The land between. I feel like there's an interim period that you're needing to go through, maybe, and that's partly what your future self is saying. Waking the lion. Ah, yes. I think your future self's advice and guidance, so whatever is on your mind, your future self's advice and guidance is letting you know. You see, I think that you are destined really to shine, to sparkle, to light the world, to be your own leader. You are meant to be visible, not invisible. Now, I don't know how that applies to your personal circumstances, but there is a kind of a bridge to cross here. Now, your future self, I think, is going to be bringing you guidance about this. But firstly and foremost, it is about honouring the fact that you're here to shine in some way. You're meant to be stepping up into some form of visibility. Now, I don't know what that is about. The visibility may also be connected to your own sense of freedom, your own independence, your own entitlement, not bowing down to what other people think you should or shouldn't be doing. There's something very powerfully special to you in this reading. Look at the way that star comes out of all the other stars. And this is what you have here, these stars. They're everywhere, aren't they? In every one of these cards, every single one, there are loads of stars sparkling, shining, glistening. Now, it may be that there's a few things you have to maneuver first. That's what I feel. It's like there are some things you have to navigate before you reach this point. This is what your future self is saying. There's an assurance, I feel, an assurance that you are here to sparkle, here to shine, here to follow something that's your own pathway. It's very unique to you. There is, however, most definitely a process to go through to get there, like a bridge to cross. May we kindly ask about this? What is your future self acknowledging in terms of navigating from where you are now, with whatever is on your mind, to that place where you are fully sparkling, visible? You have Adsum. This is a card about believing. You know, Adsum is a really special word. Now, words contain power. Words contain energy. You know, if we think about how we manifest, sometimes the words in our mind or in our inner dialogue are actually working against us rather than for us, because we are not always in tune or not always openly acknowledging what it is that we are trying to manifest. Bear with me, I think somebody's just knocking on my door. My apologies for that little interruption. What might that be saying about this? I'm seeing all these people around you, ancestors, people from the past, your guides, all working with you. What I also see are historical figures, your angels, maybe historical figures who, in some way, I feel like maybe you're processing an inheritance that, like you're still living through the lens of something. That may be something that, for example, maybe your grandparents were not able to do or were not able to achieve due to their circumstances or the limitations of their time. But Adsum is a powerful word. When we use it, we can say, Adsum, I arrive. And it's a way of aligning the resonance of our internal dialogue with where we want to be right now. It's like a tool of manifestation. Adsum, I am here. It's like, here we are. You know, it might be worth, setting up an affirmation where you say, you think of the thing that you desire, where you want to be. What would it be for you? What would it look like in the future for you to really shine and be visible? And then, really focus on it and say, Adsum, I arrive, as if it is now. I feel like there's a team around you. But it is as though there's something maybe you have to learn with these books to be able to move through this transitionary period. You've got the Lookout. You have Sangha Community. and Archangel Gabriel. Wow. Shall I leave a little bit of space for our little tarot cards? I think I will. Right. I think you've got to burn some bridges. Actually. Either that or there is something that has... I mean, this is somebody standing at the, literally on the, in what's this like, the crow's nest? That's what it's called, the crow's nest. Standing in the crow's nest, looking ahead whilst this ship is burning around him. Because we have Sangha community, and this is a really joyous card. Archangel Gabriel is the angel, the winged messenger of the gods. The winged messenger of God. He has a voice. He speaks. I think that you have been burning bridges, actually. And that's why you're in the in-between place. And that's why some adaptability is needed. Predominantly, my beautiful pile 2, I think your future self is here to reassure you that you are going to become visible, you are going to shine. I feel you have been, possibly even for some of you, systematically burning bridges. Because I think there are things that simply are falling away. They no longer resonate with the vibration of who you are. For some of you, people, communities, connections are falling away because they no longer resonate with you. It could be a job that falls away, or even a location. Things are falling away because they no longer resonate with you. But I feel as though you're still in the, you haven't, it's like you haven't yet, you're not yet in the visible, sparkling, shining place where you haven't yet arrived, hence the add some, I arrive. You've not yet arrived. And your future self is here in this reading to really reassure you that this is coming. The starry, the stars, the sparkliness, the visibility, the life you want. Archangel Gabriel is literally opening doorways for you. You have been, I think, systematically releasing historical beliefs, processing for some of you even genetic family stuff. I don't think you have yet arrived. I think you're beginning to find, and you're beginning to be discerning about what resonates with you and what doesn't. And your future self is really, really acknowledging and validating this. And validating the choices you're making and you're right. I think you've had to cut cords with a few things that you just couldn't squeeze into that situation anymore, or squeeze into that relationship anymore, whatever it was. But you're still in the in-between place. But Archangel Gabriel is opening doorways, opening communications for you. Those channels of communication could be with himself, with the divine, but could also be opening doorways of communication to make sure that the right people come into you. Let's get some more information from your future self about sort of basically how do you proceed? Where do you go from here? What do my pile 2s need to be aware of? There's lots of validation here, but is there anything my pile 2s actually need to physically do to help with this process? I think you've got to feel good about where you are. I think you've got to validate and acknowledge how far you've come. You know, rather than feeling a bit entangled by, when we have to cut cords, burn bridges, it can leave a little bit of a sour taste in our mouths. And, it can cause us to look back, to be a bit nostalgic. Your future self is saying, look ahead. Be focused on, feel good about where you are. Feel good about the choices you're making. Feel good about your personal journey of rebirth and rebalancing, and your right and entitlement to make your own choices, to not be compliant to things that just don't resonate with you. You have the world. You have the Two of Swords. You have the Two of Wands. I'm seeing this one from the top. You have the Hermit. And I think it's this one from the top again. You have the Ten of Pentacles. This is really lovely. There is a reassurance that you will find new people. A new tribe, new people, a new tribe. The key here for you, my beautiful Partus, and your future self is really honouring the choices you've made. I think you've made some tough choices. I think you've had to burn some bridges, even though you didn't know what was coming next or what you might replace that with. But I think you've really bitten the bullet, and I think you are increasingly really knowing. In fact, not even increasingly, I think you are really knowing that for you to manifest the life of your dreams, you really do have to resonate. You need to have people in it that resonate with where you're going. Archangel Gabriel is opening doorways for you. What you can do to assist this process is to really feel good about the choices you've made. To feel good about the fact that you have closed some doors, and know fully that every door you close, it opens a new one, even if you can't see what's coming next, and some of those choices were difficult. This has put you in a place where you really are now looking ahead. You've got the future in your hands. For some of you, it may be that a mentor is coming to guide you with the Hermit. But however we look at it, with Archangel Gabriel here and the Hermit, you will be guided. This is one of those scenarios where, because your energy is right, because you're no longer clinging to anything that doesn't serve you, you can now center yourself in the energy of now, of gratitude for where you are now, and gratitude for what you will be receiving as if it is now. And this is such an assurance that you are going to get to that end goal. I mean, this is real happy families. Even if you can't yet see the way forwards, I think doorways will be opened for you. This is one of those readings that says, okay, you're in this in-between place, but the right people will come at the right time. You can also follow your own inner guidance system, because you've been absolutely right in your inner guidance system in terms of choosing to cut cords and move away from some things. I think you've been completely 1,000% correct in making those decisions and those choices. Wow. Your future self is really saying to you, so whatever you have on your mind, whatever situation, it may be that you still have your mind on some of the cords you're having to cut. I mean, it can really leave a sense of sort of melancholy when we have to actually close some doors to things. But actually, especially if we're in that in-between place where we haven't yet, found the new people that we do resonate with. But I believe they are absolutely coming. And yeah, you're being asked by your future self to really sit in that space of gratitude for everything, to really honour what you have been doing, to hold your high vibration in the knowledge that you are going to sparkle, you are going to shine. I suspect there will come a time when you will need to potentially actively move forwards, but I almost feel as though this is an acknowledgement that you've fundamentally done the work, and that things will, doorways will be opened for you. Let's just ask if there is anything else you need to know. Do you just need to literally maintain that high resonance of gratitude, of appreciation, honouring the fact that you've made some difficult choices, but you are exactly where you're meant to be, and it will just unfold? Or is there anything else you need to be aware of? You have the Seven of Cups. You have the Six of Swords. You have the Nine of Wands. Hence the in-between card as well. Yeah. I think, my beautiful souls, we also have the Five of Cups. I do think for some of you, perhaps why you're still in the in-between place is that, in all honesty, I think you are still navigating some of the residue of the sort of the burning your bridges. And I think you're very nearly at the end of that process, but there are possibly for some of you still a few more little hoops that you have to jump through to tie up those loose ends or to emotionally process that. Really, this is really about continuing to process what you're processing whilst holding that energy and essence and lens of gratitude for the learning, gratitude for the moving forwards with clarity as to what you actually are manifesting now. I think, yes, some of you, there's still a few little, just literally the residue of a few things that will still have to be picked up and sorted out, which is why you're in this in-between place. So your future self is offering a lot of guidance, a lot of support, but also a huge amount of reassurance that, you're going to get to the end goal here. You're going to shine. And look at that, you have the Chariot. I think things will move forwards really quite quickly. I don't think the energy is hanging around. I don't think you're going to have to dwell in this sort of space of processing. I really do feel you're very close to the finish line. It's just that you're not quite there yet. You have the Emperor, which is very much a card of leadership, and then you have Temperance. I think things will come back into balance very quickly. I don't think you are very far away. I think that you are in this in-between place where you have had to burn a lot of bridges. They were difficult decisions. So why would you be feeling, you can't just, when we walk through a door, we close a door and we step through, then inevitably we are, we don't just forget what's happened. There's a process to go through, but I'm seeing this sort itself out very, very quickly. And because the Emperor is so aligned with waking the lion, with your shining, with your own leadership, I feel that you are in a place now where, even though there's still a little bit of processing to go through, I mean, this is really acknowledging, your future self is acknowledging that you really have done the work. You've been through the bulk of what is needed to move forwards to this position where you can shine. Just keep on doing what you're doing. The right people will come at the right time. This is literally just reassuring you in every possible way that the choices you've made were the right ones. And even though you're not at the end goal just yet, I don't think it's far away. My beautiful pile twos, this is your reading. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. I'm thanking your future selves for being here and supporting us. Thank you for being here and all the things you do that support the channel, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and do make sure you subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never, ever, ever miss a reading. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have a dragon energy. This is quite mind-blowing, really, especially if this is so unusual that the universe suggests all 3 piles. This is your last and final pile, because this is about really being a visionary. There's a depth of trust, there's a depth of inner knowing, of inner seeing that comes with the energy of this card. What is your future self telling you about whatever is preoccupying you, whatever is on your mind that you are kind of thinking about? You have Oya. I step into my personal power. I am the champion of me. I always feel like reading 3 out of all the 3 piles, if you've watched them all, is like the finale, or that's what it's feeling like at the moment. It's like, wow, you get there. Da. Okay, what's coming next? Let's see what we are shown. You have Divine Matrix. Oh, wow. And you have the Royal You. Oh, my goodness me. I just feel like these 3 readings have been like an evolutionary journey from a circumstance or a situation, something you're dreaming of, through to something that maybe you've had to move through, where you are right now, through to the grand finale where just like life unfolds. Wow. Okay, your future self is really, really, I think in this one, kind of looking into the future and saying, this is where you are. This is where you're going to get. This is where you're going. This is where you're going to get. We have the Four of Keys clearing the way. And look at that. I feel that's such a validation. It's like there's the sort of the dream, the homecoming. You have all the tools you need to clear any blocks that are in the way. And this is what your future self is saying. You are where you need to be right now. And you have everything within you that will enable you to literally to overcome anything you need to overcome to get to, I don't know what the end goal would be for you. That will be personal. It could be the end goal of something that has been weighing on your mind or is uppermost in your mind or preoccupying your thoughts or your dreams. Or it just could be like an end goal, a picture of where you want to be, something that you would really, really deeply desire. But my beautiful pile 3, this is really acknowledging that you have everything it takes to get there. And that is so beautiful. You have the Four of Scrolls, the karmic trench. You have the winged messenger. This is interesting. You have the scribe in reverse. You have Archangel Michael. I feel that that's meant to be. I'm just going to put it in the upright position because that's what it feels like it needs to be. And I think we have one more. Yeah, we do. We have the Muse, which definitely came out in the upright position. Okay, let's move these along a little bit, and then we're going to draw a row of the dinky little tarot cards that I have here as well. Right, my pile 3. I think you have reached the end of some sort of karmic cycle. And I do feel with the scribe in the middle. Look at the way he is working. This is the point where you get to rewrite your story. Now, there has been, I think, maybe even, but you know, there may even be information coming into you. Or a situation that comes to you or is around you already, whereby you can do it differently. In a very basic way. The karmic trench is about repeating patterns. And I feel the scribe in reverse is choosing not to. I almost feel like this is sort of like where you've come from. This is where you are, and this is where you're going. That's what I feel like these cards are showing us. The divine matrix, the royal you have everything within you to be able to achieve whatever you are desiring, to reach some kind of harvest. The Muse is really singing. Look at the cherry blossom. It's really reminding me of how one of my daughters was talking about this, of going to Japan and the way that the cycles move, the seasons move, that you can journey through Japan, you know, sort of, I think it's probably south to north, I think, but you follow, it's like the season moves through the country and you can follow the cherry blossom. It's like following the joy. Archangel Michael is supporting you. I'm seeing this here with this, but with these children as well. The scribe in reverse. I think this might be talking about quite a specific situation. My beautiful pile 3s. Now, your future self says you have everything available to you to clear the way and move to the end goal. Karmically, you can rewrite your story. It may be that you're not seeing the situation you're in as a possibility when it is, or as an opening when it actually is. And the energy of the Four of Scrolls and the Two of Roses, this is about repeating patterns, and this can be about something that feels like a difficult communication or a challenging situation, but that you're not quite seeing it you're not seeing it as an opportunity to step into your personal power, to really step up, recognizing that you don't have to be held back. You have every availability, every capacity to step into the limelight, to be the divine you, to be the amazing you. And Archangel Michael is with you 100%. I'm going to ask about, what is this situation? Let me kindly ask, well, we've got lots of cards coming through for you about this. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. Gosh, you do have big cards. You have the Tower. You then have the Nine of Cups, and you have the High Priestess. How interesting. There's such a reversed, it's not exactly polarized energy, but so I think you are in a place in your world where things are really, really energetically changing. They are shifting and changing. You may honestly have days when you feel like you're, the world, you have no idea what's coming next almost. But my goodness me, this is happening with really divine purpose. I think some really big things have had to change. I'm just going to bring the High Priestess down here. And part of the changing is the way that you respond to things. It's almost as though the universe has brought a series of situations to you to cause you to consolidate your own fundamental trust and belief in yourself. And also your fundamental trust and belief in your guides, your angels, it's that real core fundamental trust and belief in source, in spirit, in knowing that you'll be given what you need and you'll always be supported. There is such a high vibrational energy here of sort of putting you into a position where you are really learning through and through that there is divine timing around everything, that you are here with purpose, that you'll be given everything you need. And it's almost like throwing you into a space of circumstances that cause you to have to own the ultimate degree of trust. Now that I do genuinely know is not easy, but that is what I feel your future self is saying. Look, this is all happening with reason, and you have every availability, every capacity within you to achieve the end goal of whatever it is that you are manifesting. There is a big lesson of trust here. You have the Judgment card. You have the Devil. Okay. Gosh, you've done some soul searching. You've got the Five of Pentacles. Interesting, it's sort of come out in reverse. I don't generally read reverse cards, but I'll put it there anyway. I'm just noting that has happened. I think some of you have actually had to put your neck on the line. And if you were watching all three readings, then that was around in pile 2, actually. Burning bridges. I think you've had some really tough choices to make. You've done a lot of soul searching, but it's given you the skills, everything that you have achieved has led you to where you are now. Everything you've been through, every challenge, has caused you to develop the skills you need within you to be able to, I want to say, live a new life in alignment with a new age. This is really, really powerful, pile 3. Really, really powerful. You've got, oh my goodness me, look at this. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the 8 of Pentacles, and you have the 2 of Cups. I mean, this really is your ability to manifest the life that you want, the life of your dreams, whatever it is that is uppermost in your mind, that you will love, that you truly desire. Everything that's been happening has been happening to give you, in the 3D world, the skills, the resources, the resilience to be able to now move through anything that could actually be in your way. And I think you've been through one hell of a lot. I really, really do. Your future self is absolutely saying to you, now, right now, is a time of promise and a time when every seed that you sow is going to potentially come to fruition and can come to fruition. So your future self is also saying, be very mindful of your energy. Step into your own power. Own your thoughts. Own your actions. This is an amazing reading of genuine empowerment, but it's empowerment where you step into your own power, knowing that what you think, what you do, is creating the shape of the future that you are manifesting. I think you literally are learning, which is in alignment with, I could just say in alignment with the times that we're in, but I think it's more than that. I think everybody's on, I liked Pam Gregory, the astrologer, gave a particular analogy that I really liked, and she said, we're all on a train, and all the trains are moving on there are many different trains, but they're all moving in the same direction. There's only one way to go. But some of us are on a fast train, and some of us are on the slow train. Well, you are on the fastest train at the head of the queue. You know, you're moving out of the station. You are ahead of the game. You are like one of the first to be reaching that point of awareness where you know that you yourself are shape-shifting energy. You are in resonance with the highest vibration of potential. You are moving to a place where you are literally going to be able to clear the way. And you're doing this, and the reason you have those skills is because of everything that you've actually been through. For some of you, over a long period of time, you've observed karmic patterns. You've lived with, some of you, real unfairness, major, big things, even some really quite big traumas, but you've come out of it regardless. It's like you've found the essence and the energy to emotionally process those experiences. You've cut cords. You've liberated yourself. At times it has meant that you've had to walk away from situations, and you've done some serious deep diving. But now is the moment. I feel like your future self is saying, hey, this is now you. This is who you are. This is the work you've done. Let me move those down. This is the royal you. The divine matrix is now in a place where you are at a point of power, where you know deep down in yourself, you know your capacity to shape-shift energy, to manifest. Now is the moment. I think this is an extremely magical moment. And your future self is saying to you, own it. Take full ownership of the essence and the energy that is right here, right now, and sow those seeds of divine desire, of love, of joy, of harmony, of everything you are desiring. So whatever is on your mind, whether you want a conflict to be resolved or you want to manifest something, whatever is uppermost in your mind, whether it's a big ambition, whether it's a resolution of something that's current, even a resolution of something past, whatever is uppermost in your mind, you can achieve the outcome you desire, because everything that you've been through has led you to this moment. And this is almost like rising above any lower vibrational thoughts, experiences in the 3D world, and really taking a full ownership of where you are and your capacity to manifest. Whatever seeds you sow right now, whatever you hold in your mind, the universe will open doorways for you, because you can be in that high vibrational resonance where this is where you have the energetic tools to punch through any blocks that are in your way and move everything forwards. But you've got to sit in that place of deep inner knowing. I think you know it. You might have moments of wobble, but I think you know it because I think you've been through enough to know that you can come through and out the other side of anything. Pile 3, this is one of the most empowered readings in alignment with that fast track, that fast train into the new age. We are bang in the middle of this. You know, we are in this transition, and you are absolutely leading the field here. Or one of, you know, there are many, but you are one of the many that are leading that field, showing the way through the doing of it, living your life in such a different manner. Way to go, because you are a beacon of hope for many, simply just by being you, being the joyful, amazing you. You don't have to run around fulfilling anything for anyone. But this is about fulfilling what is right for you, and others will observe, see, and notice. I think whatever is uppermost on your mind, you can manifest it. Just it really is about aligning yourself energetically in that space of trust and creation and true empowerment, with an awareness that everything you've been through has got you to this moment now, and now is the time to sow seeds. And whatever seeds you sow, my beautiful pile 3, this, your future self is saying, look, you can achieve them. There is nothing that can, there is nothing in your way that you cannot navigate, deal with, move through and beyond. Wow, this is one of the most empowered readings I think I have ever done, and it's so in alignment with the current astrological evolutionary shaping of humanity and a new dawn. My beautiful pile 3, this is your reading. I'm absolutely blown away by this. I'm sending you so much love, and thank you so much for being here. Do comment. It's wonderful to hear how this is emerging in your life. And thank you so much, all of you, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all the things you do that support the channel. Do please subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never, ever miss a reading. Loads and loads of love.